Today we are talking about measurement conversions and how proportions can be used to do the conversion among units. Now, this can be very useful for people who are not sure whether they need to multiply or divide when they are going from one unit to another unit, especially when we talk about metric units, because many people are not familiar with them. If you are using proportions, then it really does not matter. As long as you know how to set it up, you will find the correct answer. So we are looking here at customary units for mass, capacity, length, time, currency. You have that in your notes, so you don't have to memorize that, but you just need to know how to use it. So for example, if you have here that 1 pound equals 16 ounces, that would be your first ratio in a proportion. And then whatever you know on the other side of proportion, you will put at appropriate place and then solve the proportion. We sometimes call this also conversion factors. So here is one example of this. So if I look at this problem here, I need to actually describe what x represents, and then I need to solve for x. So I have here that 16 ounces is equal to 1 pound. So that's this one there. And on the other side of proportion, I have 4.2 pounds. If I have pounds down here, then what up here has to be is ounces. And then to solve it is pretty simple. I simply do the cross product. So I take 4.2 times 16 and then divide by 1, which I don't actually have to do at all. So 4.2 times 16, and then even if I want to divide by 1, that will stay the same. So that should be 67.2 ounces. Now let's check the other example. I have 1 gallon to 16 cups. So that's one conversion factor, it's there. So if I have here cups, they are at the same level as these cups there, then gallons have to be at the same levels. So this is gallons. And to solve it again, I simply do the cross product, 24 times 1, which will give me 24, and then divide by 16, which will give me 1.5 gallons. So now we are going to look at another example of this. So we have a problem that says there are about 11.5 grams of fat in 1 tablespoon of butter. That's one side of my proportion for sure. If these two go together, that they should be one ratio. So I have 11.5 grams goes with 1 tablespoon of butter. Then we have how many grams of butter or fat in 1/2 cup of butter. So how many grams tell me that grams, I don't know, they have to be on the same level. So that's my x. And then 1/2 cup of butter. Now for this one, I need to look at the fact that 1 cup is equal 16 tablespoons, and I can see that in my table above also. So if I have 1/2 cup, then that would be 8 tablespoons. So 8 tablespoons go here. And now I simply do the cross product. So 8 times 11.5, and I don't even need to divide by 1, but I can. It gives me 92 grams of fat. That's all.